The task has been on your list for 4 days. It's not a hard task. You've done harder things this week without noticing. But every morning you look at it, feel something gray and heavy move through you, and quietly slide it to tomorrow. You've tried the obvious fixes. You rewrote the list. You promised yourself a reward. You told yourself that tomorrow you'd be the kind of person who just does things. Then tomorrow showed up and you were still you. And somewhere in the middle of all that, you decided the problem is you. Some piece other people got and you didn't. You're wrong about that. The real answer is much smaller than you're expecting. Your brain cannot start a task. Your brain can only start a movement. Most of the things on your list are not movements, they're descriptions. Sort out my finances is a description. Get back in shape is a description. Deal with the car thing is a description. None of those sentences tell your hands what to do in the next 10 seconds. So you look at one, and there's nothing to reach for. You feel the weight of the task. You never find the edge of it. Now watch what happens in the moment you look away, because the moment is short and you have probably never caught it. Before you do anything, your brain runs a fast, silent price check. Not on the whole job, on the next 10 seconds. How much work is it to figure out where this even starts? When a task is a description, the answer is always expensive. There's no obvious first move. So the only way in is to stop, think hard, and build the beginning out of nothing. That thinking is work. Real work. The kind your brain quietly avoids. Researchers have a name for the price your brain puts on that thinking. They call it effort cost. The strange part, you never see the bill. You don't experience a decision. You experience fog. You experience a small, wordless pull away from the thing. And then your hand is holding your phone and you don't remember picking it up. A psychologist called Sean McCrea tested this in a way that's hard to argue with. He gave people the same task with the same deadline. Some of them got the task described as an idea. Others got it described as a set of physical steps. The people who got the physical version did it sooner. And nobody rated the physical version as easier. They didn't think it was less work. They just started. So the fog was never about difficulty. The fog was about shape. Think about a suitcase with no handle. The suitcase weighs exactly what it weighed before. Nothing inside it changed. But you can't pick the suitcase up in one motion anymore. You have to stand there working out where to grip. And standing there working out where to grip is the exact part you keep not doing. Every vague task on your list is a suitcase with no handle. Here's the same thing happening in a different room. Someone sends you a message you need to answer properly, not a hard message. But answering means deciding your position first, and you haven't decided your position. So you read the message, feel the fog, and mark it unread. 3 days later, the message is still unread, and now there's shame sitting on top of it. The message never got harder. You just never gave the message a first move. Say it to yourself like this. You're not avoiding the work. You're avoiding the part where you work out how to begin. So the move takes about 20 seconds. Take the thing you've been sliding forward all week. Rewrite it with 3 things inside it: a time, a place, and a first physical action. Not sort out my finances. Instead, at 9 tomorrow morning, at the kitchen table, I open the banking app. The rewrite is the whole fix. There's a name for a plan built that way, an implementation intention, which just means an if-then plan. If it's 9 and I'm at the kitchen table, then I open the app. Notice what the rewrite did not do. The rewrite didn't make the job shorter. Same work, same hours, same annoying receipts. What the rewrite did was give your brain something it can recognize when the moment arrives. 9 o'clock arrives. The kitchen table arrives. The app is one tap away. There's no figuring out standing between you and the start, so there's nothing left for your brain to price. If-then plans are one of the most tested findings in all the research on getting yourself started. Not because they're clever, because they're cheap. One thing worth saying plainly, if the heaviness isn't only on vague tasks, but sits on everything most days, including things you used to love, that's worth talking to a doctor or a therapist about. Not because you're broken, because a different problem deserves a different fix, and you deserve the right one. So pull the whole thing together. Your list isn't a list of jobs. Your list is a list of descriptions. Descriptions have no starting point, so your brain keeps pricing them as expensive and quietly choosing tomorrow. Give a task a time, a place, and a first move, and you've handed your brain something it can pick up. You're not lazy, and you're not missing a part. You're running an ordinary program that avoids expensive beginnings, and the program is doing its job well. The trouble is that your list is written in a language the program can't read. You can rewrite a list. Rewriting a list is a lot easier than rebuilding yourself. So do this tonight. Pick the one thing you've moved forward the most times. Give it a time, a place, and a first physical action. Then put that new sentence in the comments. I want to read the rewritten version, not the old one. If starting isn't your problem, but stopping halfway through is, watch the video on that one next. Stopping runs on a completely different mechanism, and if you want the rest of the reasons your brain fights you on things you actually want, that's the whole point of this channel. Now go look at the task that's been on your list for 4 days. The task isn't heavy. The task just doesn't have a handle yet. Give it one and see what you do at 9 tomorrow morning.